Welcome to the Unofficial Sex Therapist,
where we dive deep into the world of intimate relationships and explore topics related to sex, sexuality, communication, and personal growth. Join us as we navigate through the complexities of human intimacy and provide insights, real experiences, advice, and expert interviews.
Whether you're seeking guidance or simply curious about the fascinating realm of sex, our podcast offers a safe and non-judgmental space for exploration and education.
Tune in and let's embark on a journey towards a healthier, fun, and more fulfilling sexual life.
What up, everybody? Thank you for joining us for tonight's podcast of the Unofficial Sex Therapist. This is going to be a really interesting night tonight. We're going to be talking about pornography, and it's a subject that some people are pretty either uncomfortable or comfortable talking about, either experienced or have not experienced. So tonight we're going to get into it and having some adult conversations. So get ready. Tonight I'd like to introduce my special guest. We have Cool Cutter from he's originally from ATL, but he lives in Atlanta. So I can't say he's from Atlanta, but he is from ATL. Welcome, Cutter.
Originally from Houston.
Yeah.
Atlanta. I live in Atlanta, but originally from Houston. Get it right, sister.
The H-Town. You live in Atlanta, but I know.
I live in Atlanta, but originally from South Park, Texas, Maine. You feel me? Got to put that out. Oh, accent in there for y'all. What's going on? Appreciate you having me.
And Cutter also has a podcast. You want to tell them a little bit about your podcast?
Yeah. Shout out to Concrete Reality TV. Y'all look us up on YouTube. We have a variety of topics, sort of like these topics that my girl has here. So y'all look us up, Concrete Reality TV, everywhere on our platforms. Appreciate the plug.
All right. Thank you. And also in the house, in the building, we have Miss Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman.
Let me start by saying thank you for having me tonight.
She a little bit shy, y'all. So y'all, don't be too hard on. It's her first time in front of a mic. She done been in front of many mics, other mics, but but
tonight we doing it like that. We family tonight. That's what we doing.
Be like Mike 1, Mike 2.
Go ahead.
Wow.
You're just keeping it real.
Come on.
Look, I'm teasing her, y'all. She is shy. This is her first show, her first time coming on. I feel like I need to bring her on because she's full of life and full of personality.
Yes.
And she would definitely be able to add to the content tonight and talking about pornography. So I'll start off by saying this about porn. Well, I'm gonna start off by saying intimacy. Oftentimes when we meet somebody or we're actually in a relationship with someone, relationship and intimacy should be about self-revelation and being able to be transparent about what it is that you like and things that you like in your relationship to keep that intimacy up, right? At least that's my perspective. So porn to me is something that's, can play into that, Many of us have probably started out watching porn, as young as probably like in elementary, middle school, high school.
Definitely.
Whether it been through video or through a book or magazines. I know I started out finding my parents' magazines up underneath the bed.
Yep, definitely.
Those romance novels, that my mom had, and then eventually, discovering the VHS videotapes. Some of y'all may be too young for the VHS, but yeah, the VHS videotapes.
Man.
Is that how you started, Cutter? How did you start?
Yeah, VHS. Actually, I have a interesting story to where my introduction for porn. I ain't gonna say no names, but one of my homies in middle school, his dad had a big porn collection, and he used to rent us the tapes.
What?
He used to rent us the tapes for like $1. And he'll be like he would be like the porn blockbuster for all the dudes, you know what I mean? But wearing our clip, he'd be like, "Hey man, had this back in the 2 days because I know my old man gonna want to watch it." so
he was taking his dad's porn and renting them out, and then he'd get them back.
He was taking his dad's stash and renting them out to us, and we'll have to return them in like a day or two. but that's how I got introduced to porn.
That's a nice hustle though. He was smart. I wish I'd have thought
Yeah,
of
he
that.
was smart.
Look, I was sitting up there stealing my damn dad's weed and stuff and giving it away and stuff.
Oh
I
Lord.
should have been selling it. But Wanda, how did you get introduced to porn?
Well, mine was more of a magazine. Well, more of a book magazine. So it had very low pictures, but it had some enticing words. And it was kind of like those magazines that's hidden in the clothes hamper of your brother's. You know what I'm saying? Like they hide them in the bathroom, and you wonder like, why are you in the bathroom so long? Oh yeah, I found the stash in the hamper. So it
Ooh,
was a lot of bathroom reading. So I did a lot of reading.
On the toilet?
Definitely, yeah, pants up though. Let me just say that. So
you
that
know,
reading was like the thing. So it was like that's how I kind of like introduced myself to porn. Was reading, and words are very erotic and just kind of like on every level. So that was kind of interesting for me.
Well, I can. My first experience was, um, and it's a kind of a twofold because I started out with finding the magazines
Hmm.
at my mom's. She would be at work and stuff, and I think I was in fifth grade. So why you turn your head?
I didn't say that.
But yeah, so I was
Like,
snooping.
not
She
great.
was at work. God rest her soul, Mom. I know you're probably watching me. Don't be mad at me. But
she down here like I knew you was trouble.
looking down on me like, oh Lord. But yeah, so I first found the magazines, and then it went from there to me finding the toys to me finding the video. So I actually popped in the video, and just sat there and wow, I was like literally sitting on the edge of the bed, like just sitting there, just oh my God,
Like what's
and
happening?
watching it. But something else ended up happening as a result of that. That's actually how I actually had my first orgasm, was from just sitting there watching porn for so long, just watching it on TV. And it wasn't through
Wow,
masturbation or anything. It was just from just literally getting aroused
Watching.
from watching it. So
that's crazy.
yeah, it was just
Very
that
similar.
stimulating.
Yeah.
So, I had at a very early age, I started to become a little bit familiar with my body. But yeah, so I mean everybody I think has had their experiences. Whether I don't personally perceive porn as being something negative, but we're gonna go
No.
ahead and dive into some of the actual statistics and some of the misconceptions and myths about pornography. So, overall studies have reported that approximately 60% of Americans have watched porn at some point in time in their lives. It's about 6 out of 10, which roughly is about 6 out of 10 people, which is that's like over half the people. So, we're not talking about necessarily kids, but we're talking about adults. And they said while porn is more prevalent in men, it's a growing number of women that are watching porn more, which I can believe that. And they also said that women prefer more of the written porn in videos, whereas men prefer the actual images
Yeah,
in videos. You agree?
I agree.
What you think, Cutter?
uh, I'm gonna let you continue reading. I'm gonna answer that.
Reading is fundamental. And women love to read, and men like pictures.
Yeah, they're more
Yeah.
visual.
They're more visual.
Yeah, I
Oh,
can.
Definitely.
that's by nature, so I agree to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So deep diving in some of the actual misconceptions about porn, one of which is that they said that some people believe that who people who watch porn are actually addicted to it, which that is false. Because the thing is that there's another survey that actually came out that basically said that even though people actually admitted to watching porn regularly, it's only about 4% of men and 1% of women that actually believe that they were actual porn addicts. Which I can say that's true because I mean, I go and I don't know if I want to call it I binge watch porn. So like I may watch porn for a few days back to back, and then I may not watch it again for like maybe a week or something like that. I don't watch it every day. There are just certain times, probably maybe certain times a month that I do watch it. um, you know, but
But you probably had so many orgasms just them couple of days of watching it. You tired. You don't want no more.
that's
Kind of still in the act of actually doing it and giving yourself a break.
I never thought about it like that.
Hmm.
Because I
But
mean,
women are different.
I have watched like Well, let me shut up. Go. Okay. So what's your perspective, Cutter? Then.
Um, well, first of all, let's get into the actual, the porn addiction is a theory basically. It's when you can't stop looking at porn, even if you wanted to stop. Well, we all get in those moans, like Tiffany just said, that you just want to watch it, and then you get in that mode where you can go a month or two without even thinking about it. So
Right.
I don't think that's an addiction. You know what I mean? I think it's just something you're coping with. It's a coping mechanism to when you're not sexually active, or you're just, hey, look, I might feel this way this season, and then the next season you like, okay, I ain't even thinking about porn.
Right.
But I've as a man, I've had my times where I thought I was addicted to porn, especially when I was calling myself celibate. I was using it as a coping mechanism, but it stopped working after a while because, like any other human, you're gonna get tired of anything if you have an over an abundance of it. Like it's just too much of it. You're gonna get tired
True.
of it. So
You get overly stimulated.
Yeah, yes.
yeah,
Yeah. I mean, and I agree with that. There are times, like I said, when I will watch it, and usually like what happens is a lot of times if I can't sleep at night, um, I'm up in the middle of the night and I can't necessarily, fall back to sleep. I got up to go use the bathroom or whatever and can't go back to sleep. I'll turn it on just so that I can masturbate real quick and go back to sleep. That helps me to go back
that middle of the night nut. Don't that
Ah,
don't it work?
to sleep.
Don't it work?
It do work.
I'm trying to tell you that 1 2 30. I gotta rub one out real quick, and I'll be like, okay, cool. Because when you don't have that significant other next to you, just to jump them real fast, I don't mean that in a literal sense,
It's just
but just to,
give it up.
like, hey, baby, turn over real quick. Let me go on and get that on out the way, and then I'm back to snoring.
Yep.
But you definitely that middle of the night that should be on the t-shirt. That middle of
Uh,
the night.
yeah, it would definitely look. I'm telling you, it works. So if you haven't tried it, you can't sleep at night, and you up in the middle of the night. Hey, you man, you don't even need porn. For some people, they don't even need to watch porn. They can just rub one out without even
mm,
needing it. But I like to
Mm,
hurry up and get it over with. I figure that if I don't have a porn and I'm just looking at regular TV, I'm gonna be doodling for a minute while I'm watching TV because the TV gonna have my attention too.
or you can just save,
right.
or you can just save that special one that you always can revert back to. That just do it.
We talking about toys?
No,
I was
Oh
the
no no! Oh yeah,
scene.
I got
You
my
the
talking
favorite.
about
move.
the
Oh no
scene.
no!
Yeah, like the
I got
favorite.
several. I have several
I got
favorites.
several.
I have several favorites that I go back and forth to. Like
Yeah.
I go to one and I'll be like, no, I don't think I'll feel like that one tonight. And then I go,
Uh, you sounded like real mad niggerish right now. Y'all y'all sounding mad niggerish right now. I'm like, God, I feel like I'm talking.
so is that what guys
Yeah.
do? Guys do the same thing?
Hell yeah. Well, y'all may be more organized with it. I tried to save my little porn selection, but I don't like to watch that shit on my regular browser because I don't want that in my algorithm. So
Oh, you talking about like on your
so
phone? You don't watch it on your phone?
yeah, I mean I do watch it on my phone, but I'm saying I don't watch I'm a private watcher. So, I don't like certain things in my algorithm and on my history. You know what I mean? So I'll probably watch some things, and I'm sitting here like, well, I don't feel like looking at that tonight. But yeah, sometimes you in that BDSM mode, you know what I mean? And you want to watch some roughneck stuff, and you're like, wait, I don't want to watch that today. So you have your porn modes, you know what I mean? Like I'm
Okay.
pretty sure y'all have those.
Well, so I don't know if you necessarily meaning as far as when you talk about porn favorites or like which like when you go on porn and you search what it is that you want to watch, you have your
Hmm.
preferences, right? Certain things that
Right, right. I have my preferences like anybody else. I prefer amateur
Oh, really?
Mm.
because I
Why?
don't like scripted. I don't like scripted porn. I like watching regular people have sex.
That regular people have sex.
Yeah, regular. I don't need nothing scripted like, "Hey, daddy," and all that old. Come get this pussy. And like, girl, you don't talk like that for
You
real.
know, real
Like,
life.
like, I
So
don't want nothing scripted. I go to old school if I want scripted. Like if I can go to like Vanessa Del Rio, Kay Parker. If I'm naming names that y'all don't know, that means I'm an historian when it comes to porn. So
yes, you are.
yeah, yeah.
So I
You
guess
know,
my
names.
question is that because there's so there. I mean, now it's like when I go through the search, there's so much in
So
porn.
much.
Like, and then you can search on like every amount of detail. They got a pimple on their ass. You probably could search for that too. But like, it's
Wow. Yeah.
it's so much detail that you can search on porn, and I think that's what makes it so um, well, I don't say worth watching, but why so many people are into watching it
Yeah,
because they can literally find whatever it is that they're into or whatever
it's there.
fetish or desire, they can literally search on that specifically. You know, you like an
Facts.
old woman, you like a young woman, you like,
Oh man,
yeah.
sugar daddies.
She's she's a sugar daddy.
That would be one to looking for sugar daddy.
Oh no, not looking for nothing. No,
That would be one to
I'm
looking for.
just saying.
Where's the sugar daddy with money? He gonna sprinkle some
I like
sugar and money on me
I
so
like
I
the
can.
I like the scripted sometimes
You
because
like
like
the script?
well some of them like the old man he come in there like he can't do it and then all of a sudden he doing everything
Huh.
like the essence of surprise.
You run across a real man like that?
Not in real life, not in real life, just on porn.
So let me write my questions down now.
I
Mm.
I
don't,
got some questions.
I don't think I want to watch no old man on porn.
Well, we just talking about the age now.
I know.
But it's like you said, it's so much variety.
Yeah,
If
it
that's what
is.
you into, it's there.
It's true.
It's there.
So
So
I
you
guess
ain't got that fetish that
What do you mean?
old man fat.
that
No,
No.
no.
nah that same fetish that Kamora's little daughter got with the
What she
old
What is it?
what she got?
Kamora Simmons. Y'all ain't heard about her with that
Uh-uh.
old man. Oh yeah, it's in the news. Well, yeah,
What is
y'all will see it. Her daughter, 21, was dating a 60-something-year-old man or something
it?
like that.
No,
Yeah,
I had not
they
heard
was
that.
on vacation, tongue kissing and all that there.
God, I think
Yeah,
I think when I
it's
was in my
crazy.
early 20s, I think I dated somebody 40. So they was probably almost 20 years old, but they didn't look 40. It wasn't until I started seeing the gray hairs on
Great
the gray hairs on the
on the balls.
yes.
No, you can't do all none of that. Shave that off.
Wow, wow.
Shave it off.
I'm
um,
laughing because I used to see that on my little sugar mama. The
so
old
let's
hairs
talk
on them.
about so another
Go ahead.
Go ahead and look.
let's talk about another misconception is about the fact that people believe that it presents an unrealistic expectation of sex and relationships, or that it reflects their moral character. Um, of course, again, I don't necessarily think that's
True.
true,
No, it's not.
but I will ask this question of you, Cutter, because you're a guy. And what up, Ted? I will ask this question: is that you have some women that I don't know if I would necessarily call it an insecurity, because I've gone through it before when I was married, a while ago, where, like, say for instance, they walked in on their mate watching porn, and they were watching something that was a little bit different from, like, in terms of the
Gender.
female, like
Mhm.
the female was completely different than who they were actually married to or in a relationship with. And the woman began to be like, well, why are you watching that? Is that what you into? Is that the kind of women you like,
Right.
kind of
Mhm.
thing? So have you heard that before?
Have I?
Huh?
Let me pour me sip my drink on this.
I'm trying to get your perspective because
Well,
is it true? I mean, is there some truth of it? Because of course, if you ask a man or you ask your dude about it,
Mhm.
they're gonna deny. No, that's not what I want. You're what I want.
Right.
But yet and still, every time you catch them watching porn,
That's
they're
what you
watching.
watching.
That's all you're watching is that.
well, first of all, we have to understand what porn is. It's us basically living vicariously through the screen.
Definitely.
Um, we are not gonna be with those people. We might not ever meet those people in our lives. Um, it's like you having insight or this fantasy with the it may not be that person or those people. It may be the act or the visualizing of the act,
Mm-hmm.
uh, or the visualizing of the people. We are human. Like you said, men are more visual than women, but psychologically, there's something that entices us when it comes to porn, and it's usually visual. Visual.
Right.
So that person may be looking at a booty, they may be looking at breast, a penis. It don't matter what they look at. The end of the day, something is going to get them sexually aroused.
But it's not
So you can,
necessarily what you don't have at home. It's just something different.
it's just that what you are visualizing on the screen
Right.
that is sexually enticing to you, to where you might even begin to think. And I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna put myself in this equation. A lot of the times when I watch porn, I'm thinking of a sexual like act that I've already done.
Mm.
That porn maybe reminds me of, and I might be thinking about that particular individual and not that individual on the screen. You feel me?
Oh, that's a whole nother
Oh,
conversation then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, it can go several ways. It's a whole lot of meat on that bone. At pause, no diddy. But it's a whole lot of meat on that bone. Um, and it's a lot to cover when it comes to that. But to be general, I would say never to judge your partner based on what they're looking at because they may not want what's on that screen per se. They may just enjoy the visual.
the moment.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Okay. Yeah. Because
So
I
can I add one thing to that real
yes.
quick?
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna tell on somebody and I ain't gonna say her name, but she know who she is if she ever see this. I remember going in your closet and I was being nosy at your apartment and I seen them tranny tapes, them porn tapes with the CDs, with the DVDs back in the day. And it was weird for me to see a woman have that in her porn collection. I seen the transgender porn in her porn collection, and I was like,
Whoa.
yeah, that part. It was that was weird to me. But I didn't judge her. I didn't judge her,
But
and it
I
was a
mean, but you
girl.
can't look at because there ain't no shame in my game. I've watched some
I,
training.
I watched them.
I watched
Well,
them.
y'all are
I
women
watched.
and they got penises. I mean, at the end of the day, but it was just I was a little weirded out because
So
I
would you
didn't.
would you would you not be weirded out if it was a dude that had it? That-
I would definitely be weirded out if it was a dude that had it. My nigga, like what?
Definitely.
Hey,
Which one-
bruh.
which side would you rather pick? I mean, which would you rather say
I
the
would,
woman?
I would, I'm weirded out on both. It was just kind of, it threw me for a loop because I never, how you know how they say you can't judge a person by their porn. We was just talking about. I
Yes.
guess that's why people don't like you going in their porn history because they don't want you judging them by, you know what I mean. But I just so happened to go into her porn history and
Yeah, I ain't gonna even tell
yeah,
y'all
I
what kind
saw
of
that.
porn I watch.
So you was snooping.
Look, my daughter is
I
on.
was
Hey,
snooping.
Alexis.
Hey, Alexis.
Look, I was like, of all the weeks that she would decide to jump on,
Oh Lord, not the
my
kid.
daughter decides to jump on the
She
live
gonna
with the porn. Come on, girl, can you go do something?
She ain't going nowhere.
She ain't
Nah,
going
she here
nowhere.
for it. She
Yeah,
here
she
for it. But
is.
go ahead, too.
Oh no, I'm not talking about that. Uh,
She
she
said
She
said
no.
said
no.
no.
um, so in another study that was done, it said studies show that 66% of men consume porn content versus 39% of women. Do you agree or disagree with that?
I would say it's probably a little bit more today because I
More
know
for men or more for women? Both.
more for women, more for women, because I know quite a few women who actually do watch porn. It's like they take those surveys for women and act like they're gonna tell the truth.
Yeah, and one of the things I found out in my search for my research is that depending on where you look, the numbers can shift drastically. So, depending on if they're people have to report that. They have to, self-report that information or participate in a survey. And a lot of people will refuse to do it because
Or
they,
like you said, lie.
yeah, out of privacy, which is understandable because I can
Yeah,
imagine.
because women are more private.
There's a lot of people that wouldn't admit it
Yeah.
because of their job, because of
So
this,
what
that.
what men do you know don't like really admit they watch porn versus women? Would y'all agree there's going to be a higher percentage of men who would agree that they watch porn versus women?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my point. Is that you can't. It's kind of hard to go off of those statistics because a lot of women are not going to admit,
That they watch it.
you know, that they watch it, let alone that they even have sex. First of all, like,
But how? But
so
I mean,
how
I
they
guess.
gonna admit-
So I guess my question is, how do we change? I mean, how do we change it? Is this something that we could do to make women, in general, feel more comfortable?
Yeah, just
Because porn is not. It's just
it's
to
not
me.
bad.
I look at it as any other entertainment, just as if you're watching a regular movie. Because keep in mind, movies today now they're showing dicks and they showing everything now in
Fuck
movies.
that. They showing that shit on TV shows.
Yeah, I mean, you almost watching porn now on
Like
TV
Pink,
Right.
when you looking
like
at
like the Pink.
the pink.
Yeah, that show Pink. Down in the valley.
Oh, you talking about
P Valley.
P
Oh
Valley?
man,
Yeah.
they
So it's
they
practice porn.
that show need to be canceled.
Oh,
Nah.
she said nah.
No, I love it.
I like the dances though. I like the dances, but yeah,
Yeah, you don't
that's
like
a whole nother subject.
yeah,
But
that's you don't like the gay aspect of it.
I don't like that homo
That's
shit.
what I'm saying. It has gay and the strippers is almost like a whole porn movie show.
Yeah, but yeah,
It
that's what
is.
I'm saying. It's like if you watching that, you shouldn't be ashamed that you're
Yeah,
watching porn.
Alexis.
Um, so one of the myths about porn is that it always leads to infidelity or
Mm.
lack of interest in the individual that you're with in real life sex. What do you think?
I'm gonna let Wanda go first. I've been
I
going
don't agree
first.
with that. I agree that the porn may be the safest way to cheat without ever leaving out the house and not ever engaging with another person with the intent to cheat on your mate. I think porn is safe. If my husband is away, why not look at that? I'd rather do that than to go and mingle up on something and have myself in a situation that I'm not ready to even deal with because so I'm not going to do that. So I'd rather sit at home on the 75-inch with the remote control and look at the biggest whatever I need to look at until he gets to the house.
She said the biggest.
I'm talking about that be
N-
out.
Not the 75-inch added to the size.
Yeah, you see what I'm talking about? I don't need to go nowhere. No need to go nowhere. I love it. It's okay.
So do you watch the whole?
No, I probably can. I probably like about 15 to 20 minutes, and I'm done, and I'm good.
She one of them after you nut type of people. Like after I nut, what the hell am I watching? This is some bullshit. I can't.
Well, I mean, at some point, I can actually call him and say, "Babe, guess what I'm watching?" And it's like really exciting because then it's like I can't wait to get home. So it
So
can add some
do
spice.
do
It can add spice.
So do you send him like what you're watching?
I have, I have.
What
See,
about
that's
you?
what I'm talking about.
He had that fire stick. He had that fire stick. I said, "Baby,
Listen,
because
listen. Include your man.
Gianna,
Be freaky, ladies. Take notes. Wanda just said it. Include your man in your
include
freakiness.
your man. Yes, there's nothing wrong
Include
with
us
that.
in your freakiness.
Hey, he can
See,
be. We can even make a porn together. That's
Oh,
okay.
uh
That's
oh,
okay. That's an
uh
option.
oh, uh
see,
oh.
and I was gonna get into that, but I was gonna wait till Tiff wanted to. I was gonna let the host go that direction. You know what I'm saying?
I'm the host right now.
But since you brought it up, nah,
Since you brought it up, yeah.
no. I mean, I'm all for making your own porn. I'm all for it. I've been doing it for years,
You've been
and
doing well for years. Hold on,
Making his own.
clarification.
He making his own porn. That's what he said.
making my own sex tapes porn.
Are you got some out there for rent?
And it's in my possession,
So
and I know
can I
where it
rent one?
is.
Can I rent one for $1 and get it back to
Look,
you in a couple of days?
no Diddy. Ain't no feds confiscating my shit. You know what I'm saying? My shit is in a very well hidden place.
You ready to tell you?
And I don't record people's without their permission. So
Mm.
yeah, we ain't doing all that.
I
But
have.
yeah, but to go to your
You ever made any porn tapes private?
I've turned on the cell phone and did a few things, but I mean, I share it with my husband and then I've deleted.
So you never did one with someone else? Recorded?
No,
Why you got your face all frowned up?
because you're making a bitch have to go way back. You trying to go that far
you
back?
know damn well you done
Remember,
made some sex tapes, Kim
I'm,
Kardashian.
no, I've never made a sex tape.
You never have?
No.
I think
I
I've done.
don't believe
I
you.
think I've done maybe one or two in my lifetime.
Y'all boring.
Yep.
Huh?
Y'all
Well,
boring.
it's how
There,
about it's like you.
there's no need for a tape. Keep it up here.
Well, fuck that.
You know, I was.
Sometimes I need to
You have
go
to
back
keep
and
in mind.
watch it,
I
and
was.
I need it to be on the screen. I need to see it.
But see, Cutter, you have to understand. Like we both have been. I've been married probably the majority of my. I would say most of my adult life. So the people that I was married to, we weren't. They weren't the type of people to do. That kind of stuff. And that was like
You're
back
right.
when I was single, and in a relationship that we, on that type of freak level.
You're right. And I guess it's a difference because I was a home for the majority of my adult life. So yeah, I can see the difference. You know what I'm saying? I was out there in those streets for a minute. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted to record uh my experiences. You know what I'm saying? So um I got time. Then that could go into what we were talking about earlier of the actual addiction of getting tired or
Right.
bored with the same old, and saying, you know what? Instead of watching these women that I fantasize about, why not record the women that I'm actually having sex with, and then going back and watching that? So that's where my fetish came from,
And
from the
and you know
actual
what?
recording.
That I ain't gonna lie. That's a really really turn on is to watch you, especially if you really getting it in and you looking sexy and you doing your shit.
Yeah,
That's hot to go back and look at if you with somebody. You be like, damn, and you able to see. Because my thing about
It's
sex,
hot.
this is my always been my thing about sex, and what I always felt like I wish God would just give me a penis for a day, just so that I could go fuck somebody.
I'm done.
Because
I'm done. Not all me.
wow.
because I want to be able to be the man that could be like laid up on top. I want to be able to see the dick going in and out. I want to be. That's
Mm.
a good ass
I think a
visual.
lot of women
So I
probably
would.
want that sometime, but
I want to see. I want to. I think men get the advantage of being able to see a hell of a lot more than women get to see.
they do, especially
You
that from the
know.
back.
Yeah. We could go
From the,
further than that. We talking about feeling. We
yeah,
get to
that part too.
feel like
Definitely.
yeah.
That part
Y'all
too.
got the we had the advantage because we get to penetrate. I think I take penetration over anything. Like, look, let me penetrate. I need to have my dick. I love me and my dick have been like this since I found out he was there, and we gonna die like this. I'm trying to tell you, it's nothing better than being able to just mm,
I'm see.
I'm telling and be able to watch
You
it.
I was
already
right.
all the way there.
You got a
No,
visual.
he did.
Oh, you had a whole
He
visual.
done
I
went all
did
the way
look.
there.
I did too, and I ain't even got one. But
I'm telling you, man. If y'all could have one for a day, you would definitely you would dread the fact of losing it.
Oh, Lord.
you
I'm
said we
just
wouldn't want to
letting
go
you
back
know.
to being a woman, having a
Like,
coochie.
no, give me my dick back. I'm
Whoa.
trying to tell you.
No, you're right. You're right. We wish.
So let me take a quick pause to go through some of these
Go
comments.
ahead.
We've been having a lot of folks commenting here. Um, what's going on? Just me. I already spoke to my crazy daughter on there. Hey Roy. Let's see. That's all the
They don't
intros.
have any questions.
Hey Patina.
Short time.
So Just Me said sometimes when the man watch the porn, some women are offended because they seem to be enjoying what they're doing more than what's in front of them.
Oh, you just missed it.
Yeah, I mean, well, we didn't really talk. Well, we talked about it, but there is an aspect to that too. That But again, it's still entertainment. You know,
Do you want to know how to make her like not be insecure of the
well,
movie. Is that what he's saying? Because it sounds like
I just
insecure.
think that I think personally that your mate should be included. If you know, in order for them, if you want to be able to change that narrative of that's how you feel, then be a part of it. You know, help to, if you can, help curate that with him if it's something that is curatable. Have the conversation and see what it is about that particular video that he likes so much, and see if you can recreate it yourselves
Mm.
together.
Yep.
You know what? I have a story about that.
What?
Story time.
I'm
I need that sound bite on your show. Story time. Um,
gonna have to look. I'm gonna
I
have to
was
start getting. I'm gonna have to find that one.
I was dating a chick, and she's married now, so I won't ever say her name. But
Yeah, no
anyway,
names.
I we were at my apartment, and we were watching a porno tape, and I was bragging on one of my favorite porn stars, Jasmine Cashmere. She's a minister now, so uh, shout out to you. But your work goes unforgotten.
They always
Anyway,
go from one. I think a lot of porn stars have turned into
Christians.
Christianity.
Christian spirit.
yeah, they have a lot of them, but yeah, her work, she's a legend. And I was bragging on her, and the girl that I was with, I'm sorry, the grown woman that I was with,
He said grown
um,
woman.
she got like inspired in a sense, like in a competitive sense, like whatever. She cuts the TV off and proceeds to give me one of the best experiences orally that I've ever had
You talking my head?
because of the
You talking my head?
competitiveness. Like,
You talking my head?
yeah,
Oh, so
yeah,
she's gonna compete.
orally. It's
But I
like
mean,
she went
so
in.
to stop you real quick,
Yeah,
porn
Yeah,
is a good way to elevate your skills.
it is. It
You
is.
right.
you can find
That's my point.
you
Yeah,
can definitely improve your skills
that's
while
right.
watching porn. That's another benefit.
That's my point. She was inspired. She was like, I can do better than that. And boy,
Say, did
like,
she?
yeah, that is going in the mental Rolodex like a motherfucker. I wish I could have recorded that shit. But yeah, that was inspiration to her. And a lot of people, that's my point. A lot of people do get inspired by watching porn. And you know what? Like, ooh, the way he doing such and such, such and such. And you looking at her like, that ain't shit. Let me show you something. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
sometimes the inspiration is there.
Yeah,
Excuse
I'll
me.
agree, and I will say this too, to even add on to that. Y'all gonna probably find this really weird, but I have actually watched gay porn just to see how men suck other men's penises, just to kind of see what it is that they're doing.
No.
I have, because obviously it's something that some men like about
He ain't
other men. Come back, Cutter.
cut
What
off.
you, come on, look, don't judge me, goddamn it.
Nah, ain't no judgment. I'm
Don't
fucking with
judge
you.
me. I mean, I'm different.
Yeah,
So
I know, ain't no judgment.
I
But I was like that. I mean, I wasn't
wanted to see
ready.
if it was
I
something.
wasn't ready. I
I
wasn't
wanted to
ready
see
for
if it
that
was
one.
something different that they were doing versus what women do.
A visual,
It was,
getting a visual of what else is going on.
yes. I try to get my research from all aspects.
Like, why they ain't looking at us?
And I don't limit.
Well, I can look. I can't relate to the gay porn thing because I ain't in all. But I've watched several lesbian scenes. To.
Improve your.
So I guess from your end, go ahead. That's your thing.
So
More
okay,
power to
so
you.
you saying
But
so you saying so
I
you're
don't
admitting
plan
that
on.
you watch women and them giving oral to help improve your game
Yeah,
too.
I've watched women. Well, in person and on porn. But
Okay.
that's a whole nother. You know, I'm telling on myself. See, I knew you weren't supposed to get me on this damn podcast.
You're so comfortable.
She know me. Like, come on. Like, I've watched women give other women oral sex to see what they were doing, so I can agree to the girl the anyway. Next subject. Next question.
You didn't mess him up with that one.
I sorry. I sorry. I sorry. So another myth is that it also desensitizes people to violence or non-consensual acts. I don't know if I
Mm,
mean. So you think that sex, watching porn, actually
makes people like go.
make people violent?
I don't think so. I think I
Or
think
are prone
it's
to rape
rape.
or
That's yeah. I don't think
I think that's I
so.
think that's a psychological
Yeah, I
issue.
concur.
Um,
Just watching no movies and saying I'm gonna go rape somebody. They
no, I think that's a psychological. That's going into deep psychological issues that you may have as an individual, as a human being, that you haven't dealt with some things
definitely.
that in the porn maybe just taking it to the next level because um, that type of crime or that type of action towards another human being, knowing that you're giving somebody unwanted attention like that,
Mhm.
um, that's some deep rooted psychological shit. And you're just taking it to the next level by adding sex to it.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yep, I agree.
So yeah.
Mm.
Um,
But can I answer your first question
yeah.
about the cheating thing?
Mhm.
Because I don't know if you can repeat the question because I want to get a full understanding about it.
Oh, that it leads to infidelity or lack of interest in the real sex life with their partner.
Yeah, I definitely wanted to touch on that because I've seen that happen. People get so accustomed. First of all, you're probably with somebody that you don't like in the first place, so you're coping with porn. And I've seen that happen amongst men mainly. I've heard dudes watch porn to because they don't want to have sex with their own girls. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Um,
Wow.
yeah, facts. Um, including myself.
You know what?
Um, don't tell nobody. But
Uh-oh.
yeah.
So, better
But I've heard in barbershop conversations that many men have indulged in porn addictions or porn to cope with not being sexually active with their significant other. And
sexually
then
active or sexually satisfied.
a little bit of both,
Mm.
a little bit of both, because at the end of the day, you still crave to your body. This is one thing we don't want to admit. Your body is going to crave what it desires and what you've been accustomed to. So you're gonna go through those withdrawals like anything else. If you stop drinking or stop smoking or stop doing whatever, your body's gonna go through a withdrawal process because you're not active. I'm not a doctor, so don't be quoting me on this shit. But I've read and studied, and I understand the human body, and I understand that if you stop masturbating today and stop having sex, 9 times out of 10, your body's going to release those fluids on its own. Whether it's through wet dream or you just get horny for no crazy ass reason, or you just have a thought and you just start releasing fluids. And I've heard that happen from women and men. And it happens. So it's gonna happen regardless. It's gonna happen regardless. But for you to cheat, some people may say that you're cheating when you're watching porn.
I
And
disagree.
we kind of touched on that in the beginning, but I don't agree to that.
And if that's the case, you should turn off every other movie that you turn on, and as soon as you see a sex scene, you should turn it off because to me that would be just the same. What's the difference? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because
It's
regular
the-
movies are just like porn too.
Yeah, because like I
Yeah.
said, you seeing a whole hell of a lot, and
Sex scenes can be porn, even though it ain't penetrate. You're not seeing it.
yeah, yeah.
Shit, I used to jack off to Basic Instinct, the movie. Shout out to Sharon Stone. That was a badass white bitch.
So
No,
Patina asks, what constitutes as porn addiction? You want to answer that?
uh,
Because that would be a man thing probably.
it- it's an obsession. It's basically an obsession that interferes with everything that you're doing. Work.
Just- So just like somebody can have a sex addiction, right?
It's the same thing.
Yeah, well, you have to
It,
have
it,
when
it,
you go to work.
all you got to do
home.
is add. It's like you being an alcoholic or a drug addict. You could be a functioning alcoholic. You could be a functioning drug addict. But once it becomes an issue to where it's interfering with your daily life process,
It's wrong.
then it becomes an addiction because now you're calling in to work to jack off.
The reason why you late.
You know what I'm saying?
Late.
Or
Like,
taking several bathroom breaks.
or yeah, I'm
Right.
telling you, you when you first start doing it, at the end of the day, it is interfering with your life, your career, your job, your
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 family
your
time.
parenting, yeah, your parenting, your family time, all that stuff. It's interfering with that. You like, okay, your daughter's beating on the door while you watching big booties and prostitutes. Like, come on, daddy, we gotta use the bathroom. Y'all hold on a minute. Like, come
Yeah.
on. You're
Yeah.
doing too much. You're doing too much. That's an addiction. When
Yeah.
you can't focus. You know what I mean?
Look, just me said, let's not forget on porn they fuck. She said in real life we want to be made. We want to be made love to, not all that bang 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 and bang
We
bang
can
bang.
we can wake that up. We can wake that up. Because that will be another question I meant to send you is the expectations. Do
What?
the expectations of porn raise the expectations from you as a partner?
So what do you mean? Like if you
I I think
Meaning that you see all these dudes having sex for 30, 40 minutes, forgetting that this is scripted
yes,
porn, that this is not just one scene. They cutting, they pasting, they
they stop. They taking
editing, they
breaks. They going to
stopping, they
lunch.
taking
They taking
breaks, they
lunch.
yeah,
going,
They're
they
going
are.
there
yeah.
right back.
But the whole scene itself is like 30 something minutes.
It's an
And you
unrealistic.
thinking,
It's an
yeah,
unrealistic expectation.
yeah.
Very much.
You thinking, oh, we gotta have sex for uh
Time to do
30 fucking minutes. And you like in real, come on, like we human. Let's be real. How long does sex really last?
approximately.
Give or
That's
take.
including foreplay.
Is that including foreplay?
Nah,
No, that's all
nah.
that sex. All that sex.
No.
All of that sex. Anything get you wet is sex. I'm talking about in the act of with two people. We're having.
So how long can you still get up on your knees and
Oh,
ride?
Lord have mercy. Do I have to answer?
Oh Lord, she
Yeah,
not this old ass
you want to
woman.
quantify somebody?
No, I'm not trying to. That's what I'm saying.
Oil
It's
is part
all.
of it,
It is.
but not when you're talking about somebody that's when you actually putting in work and you work, your knees and you putting in exercise. It don't take a lot of exercise unless you just talking about your job.
So you mean the fit? Whoa. That's my purpose. Well, I think the act of it depends on how long you even stayed on the foreplay, the 69 or whatever. If you stay there a while, you don't need that much on the next part. If you ain't performing that long on that part, but I'm gonna need a little bit
I don't
long
even want
over
that
here.
long on that part.
I want
That's-
long on both parts. How about that?
So how long?
Let me see. Maybe tonight I can time it. No.
Look at her.
I'm comfortably about 45 minutes.
What?
Total?
No, not the physical part. I'm talking about total. Oh, the physical? Oh, no. Physical about 15 minutes, 30. What about 15, 20 minutes?
I'm gonna need y'all to go back and watch the Kings of
No, don't
Comedy.
say y'all. She said
So
that's her
somebody
saying
taking
that.
a break or something? What we talking
That's
about?
her. That's her saying that.
It
I'm not.
don't take all day. It don't take all day to recognize sunshine.
No, it don't take all day. And
I mean, goddamn, like
right. I'll be worshiping.
I'm like what Bernie Mac said on Kings of Comedy. Goddamn, it don't take that long. Bust a goddamn nut. Let's go to sleep. Like, what are you doing? This ain't a special occasion. This is this ain't our anniversary. This is not. This ain't your birthday. This ain't the holidays. Look, we live together. We can get this anytime we want. Look, it doesn't have to be every look, I know when you know your person's body, when you know your person's body, you
Yeah.
know how to, when I can hit that spot right there, or I can just let her get on top and let her get her, and we're gonna roll over and go to fuck to sleep. Now we trying to prolong the shit 9 times out of 10, and we've been together for a long time. We're prolonging because it's a special occasion. Am I right or wrong?
You right.
Yeah, you're right.
But other than that, if it's a regular night, I got to get up for work at 4:30 in the morning. You better hurry up. God damn it. Like I'm gonna get mine. Like, come on, because I'm gonna roll over and go to sleep. You can get mad at me all you want to. I don't give a damn. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, look, I know you. I know your body. You know my body. If you got to go to the bathroom, watch you some porn, and jack off and do what you got to do, cool. But we not doing no 40 minutes. What the hell is wrong with you, woman?
It's the whole thing.
Yeah. She said it's the
I'm
whole.
saying the whole thing.
She's saying the whole thing
So I'm not just into the bang bang either, like the other person.
You
said.
talking about
I'm
from
more
the
into
thought,
intimacy.
the manifestation of the thought. Like you riding in the car on the way home, and you like, that's the 40 minutes mark right there. That's where it begins.
No,
Ah.
hush. No, I like intimacy. I like kissing. I like intimacy. I like massage.
I like that
all
too.
of that. Rub my
I
back.
like that too.
So
But it take
All of that's foreplay to me. Everything that's touching, feeling, intimate, kissing, all of that is the act of to me. Because it shouldn't just be penetration. It should be
You're
more
right.
to it
I
than
mean,
just
you're right about
sticking
that.
it in.
You're right about that. But we would say he was talking about specifically once you get in the act, how long should that last? Like people aren't having sex like no 1, 2, and 3 hours
Well,
and stuff.
I mean, you a minute man.
who?
You need 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Man, you better check my resume.
Oh.
I'm a minute man where the fuck I want to be.
That part.
When I want to be, yeah. That means I don't give a shit. If I'm a minute man right then and there, you might as well not even call me no more. Because I don't give a shit. I don't give a damn.
No, Patricia said that 20 minutes is good as long as it's a good 20 minutes.
Yeah, I agree.
It's fair though. 20 minutes. Y'all see, this is the thing. Let's go back into porn and masturbation, right, Tiff? And Wonder Woman. 40-minute woman.
I like the whole package.
Y'all masturbate less than 5 fucking minutes. So how the fuck
You're
you
right.
gonna
You're
expect
right.
us
You're
to
fucking
come?
right. You're fucking right.
Don't be a hypocrite.
You're right.
Don't be a hypocrite. Just let's
Me,
be honest. If you masturbate less than 5 minutes, because you know how to make yourself,
Exactly. You're right. I can masturbate
Yeah.
and I can masturbate in 2 to 3 minutes. It ain't gonna.
and it's a done deal.
It's a done deal.
So why not have that same attitude when we got to get up and go to work in the morning? Like if we millionaires and we ain't got shit else to do but fuck all day, look, we gonna prolong a whole bunch of shit. We gonna we gonna have all kinds of shit set up. But if we got to go to work, let's keep it 100. You know what I mean? See, Latrice said 2 to 3 minutes. Hold on, let me read these right. Let me read these comments right.
2 to 3 minutes.
Girl, look at
sounds
your
too
daughter.
close to-
Talking about you could put 3 positions in 5 minutes.
I'm not. What I'm not going to do is address Tiffany's daughter
No,
in these
that's not.
comments. I will not do that. That is not
Stop
gonna
it,
happen.
She said stop.
Alexis. Save your comments for after the show.
Right. Why are you here, adult? Like,
My baby girl finna be 28. She finna be the same age I had her.
oh Lord, I done dated women younger than her.
Oh
Lord, I feel
Lord.
like a pervert.
Shame, oh shame, shame, shame.
Did she say address me, nigga? Oh shit. Hey, watch your mouth. You better ask your mom about me. Uh, I am that nigga. Like, trust.
Okay. She is so you.
But
Look, be nice, Alexis, because he in Atlanta. He in Atlanta with you. So if you ever have problems, hey,
you know, she might need to call on the nigga, you know what I'm saying?
you know she moving back to Houston this summer too.
Oh, for real?
Uh-huh.
She don't like Atlanta?
No,
Too many almost.
I think she just ready to move back. This will be 3 years.
Yeah, I'll think about it
And
too.
we trying to find some movers that are just gonna move her tail back here.
She should try. She should try to stick it out another year in Atlanta.
Why
There's a
you
lot of
said
opportunity out here.
that?
There's a lot of opportunity. She
So you
might
said
not have given
saying
her the
something
fair
gonna
shake.
change? You saying thinking something gonna change in the next year that hasn't happened in the last three?
Hey, I don't know. It did make she, haven't. Maybe she hasn't applied the right tactics or met the right people.
What are you talking about shooting your shot? You better get your ass off my
For real, no,
My hey.
no,
Alexis, go to bed.
she crazy.
Hey TJ. So let me ask you this before we jump off because we're already right at 9 o'clock at
Yeah,
the
we
9 o'clock
are.
mark.
We
And I think we went
Okay,
through most of these. I think how often do you watch porn?
Oh, not that much.
Come on, give me a number. How many times a week?
Okay. A week?
Yeah,
Not a week. Probably like maybe 3 times a month.
that's it.
Well, I mean, I have no need. I have a
But
regular.
he travels.
It make it better when I build it up.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Cutter, how often do you watch porn?
daily.
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 Daily. Huh.
Daily.
I think I'm on the maybe
And
three.
that's because I ain't got nobody right now. Like
I think
I
I
ain't I
probably,
ain't active.
yeah, I think I probably watch
I'm
it
gonna
maybe
say
3 times a week.
I
3 times a week,
I can remember when I used
give
to
or
watch
take.
a lot, but it is far and in between. There's no
And
need. I be saving it.
and what you say your preference was? Cutter said that his preference was amateur. What's yours? Old man.
I just I actually like big booty black women, like the big booty black girls on the black
Big
dudes.
booty black
On the
girls,
black
like dark
dudes.
skin.
I just like black on black, and that's what I like.
So she watching
Me
sexy
anyway.
red sex tapes, basically.
Who?
Sexy red.
No, I like grown people.
I have several different types of fetishes that I've indulged in the past.
Which
But
is what? Which is what?
I like sometimes if I'm watching any scripted, it's probably uh the MILF porn,
Beat up.
the big titty white women and the big titty. They don't have a lot of big titty MILF black porn. I noticed that. Um Other
How
than
big?
that,
What do you
How
mean?
big is big?
I don't
I don't think.
know.
I don't think. I
Just
think mine too
I
small.
don't like I like the big naturals. You know what I
What's
mean? I
big
like
natural? What
natural.
size?
I
Like
think like
compared to
double
who? Dolly
D's.
Parton? You want Dolly Parton?
He said double D.
Don't do Dolly Parton because I wish man, Dolly Parton, boy. I used to have fantasies about that woman.
What?
Um, who didn't have fantasies about Dolly Parton back in the day with them big ass jugs she had, and it was real too. Um, but yeah, that it just really depends on my mode. Um, I like to keep it simple, and a lot of times, like I said, I revert back to my own. Um, and I'm mad that my other hard drive got, I don't know what happened to it, but it's a lot of stuff that I wish I could re access, but I can't access it anymore, and I'm still super mad at that. Anyway, it's something I wanted to touch on before we left out,
Uh-huh.
and but I'm gonna let you go ahead because I might remember by the time you start talking. Go ahead.
Well, I'm at my conclusion right now, so
Okay, I'm sorry.
you are so
You can think of what it
I
is.
guess in conclusion, one thing we want to note is that people from various backgrounds engage in porn. It doesn't mean that you can be poor, you can be rich, you can be from one occupation to the next. So we want to be able to understand and make sure and let people know that everyone watches porn.
They
It
do.
doesn't mean it's something that you're sick or something is wrong with you. I think that the narrative that people try to play is that if you're watching porn and something has to be wrong with you or you're not happy in your relationship or whatever, but it doesn't mean that. Secondly, is that when if you're in a relationship or have a mate and you like porn and they may not, I mean, sit down and have a conversation with them. I mean, show them this video, because if there's a way that you can try to build intimacy between you guys and understanding them, helping that person to not feel insecure about you watching porn.
You
But
should include.
basically, they should want to be able to, make you happy just as you're making them happy. I mean, every
Right.
relationship are they're give and take.
Definitely.
So have that conversation, and like I said, look for opportunities to be able to say, hey, let's try something new. Let's do, let's read, let's what is it, role
Role
play.
play.
Let's
Yeah.
do some role playing. Let's be, if you especially if you're married, hell, you can record yourselves or do something sexy, do something different, add a little bit of spice and whatnot.
Mhm.
I like role playing. I like playing dress up. So it's just all about building that intimacy and understanding that even though you guys are both two different individuals, you're not going to have the same desires.
Right. But it
And
doesn't make you dirty.
it doesn't make that other person wrong for having theirs.
Right.
It doesn't make you wrong for having yours or not having any. But just try to understand and be considerate of each other and having that
Mm.
conversation. Did you figure out what it is that you wanted to say, Cutter?
Yes, I did.
What is it?
I also want to add that I agree with everything you just said. But to touch on uh, something that I wanted to discuss earlier in the program that we kind of touched on, but we did not discuss, is men who use porn as a coping mechanism
Mm-hmm.
when they're not sexually active. I think it can be a detriment to your sex life because it can make you super fucking lazy. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Meaning that you
Self.
are so self-contained
Mm-hmm.
that you don't necessarily you
Mm-hmm.
get in that woman zone. And what I mean by that woman zone is you don't feel the need to approach any goddamn body. By nature, women don't approach men, but if they didn't have porn and masturbation, they might be have these little urges to say, "Hey, you know what? I'm gonna be a little extra aggressive." Not only because I need to get laid, but because it's my nature to desire to. Well, with men, our nature is to mate and be the aggressor. We have that testosterone, that extra boost to our nature that says, we're going to approach, we're going to pursue. Well, when you are uh, indulged in porn and pornography every day, every day, every day, you get lazy. You're like, okay, I want to approach her. Well, let me get this nut off real quick. Or you have the theory about the first date rule. Well, men have the first date rule. And the first date rule for men is to masturbate before you go on the first date.
No, that's not just
That
a man's
That's
rule.
not just the man. That's the woman
That's a
too.
woman's rule too. I do that.
My bad. That's but I can't say that y'all different because y'all nasty.
Listen, that has
Because
saved a lot of
every woman don't have that rule, and
that,
y'all know it.
that method has saved a lot of drunk Texas.
That too.
Ours too, but y'all are not the aggressors. But that's my point. Y'all are not the aggressors. It'd be different if y'all was jumping dudes' bones, but y'all not. You know what I'm
You
saying?
know,
Y'all are waiting to get conquered. We're the conquerors. So it's different from our standpoint because we're like, okay, I can't be no horny nut basket because she's expecting me to want to fuck. You know what I'm saying? So I can't be. Let me get to know her for who she is. So let me get this lust factor out the way. You know what I'm saying? Let me
right.
go and get this one just in case. Also, let me be nasty for a minute. Just in case we actually do have sex, I won't bust quick because I already got that person out the way.
You a fool.
That's all I got. That's all I got. Tiff. Wanda, that's it, man. I'm gonna retire. I'm gonna
Yeah,
retire on
you a
that one.
fool. So I want to thank my guests. I want to thank Cool Cutter for joining us tonight, all the way from ATL, Houston native. And again, where they can find you again on your reality show. I mean, I'm sorry,
Uh,
your TV show.
It's
Okay.
called Concrete Reality TV on all platforms, YouTube, Concrete Reality on TikTok, Concrete Reality on Instagram, as well as Facebook. Also, look me up on all platforms at King Cool Cutter on all platforms, all the same. Um, King Cool Cutter on Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. So I appreciate you, Tiff, for having me. Shout out to Wonder Woman. We go back down there, what, 13, down there 15 years now? I love
Oh,
y'all,
more.
man.
At least
I love
Long
them
time,
my
long
sisters.
time.
yes.
I think it's longer than that, but
We're
that's
gonna
gonna
Yeah.
stop
stop
counting.
because you stop counting.
Actually, yeah. It's about 20. Damn near really.
See, there you go.
But yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, I love y'all. And I really support what you are doing, Tiff. And I cannot wait to be there in person to really just how we get down. This is just a taste of what y'all gonna get. I'm trying to tell you, we act a fool, but we are very logical and very educated at the same time. So I can't wait to get there in
Absolutely.
Houston and support another show. We might be able to have to do porn part two
We
because
definitely can. Cause look, here go
yeah,
my daughter with her
I,
educated ass.
I seen her.
About y'all talked about the states that which they banning porn altogether and how it could possibly affect certain people in real life. See, that's a
that's
good
a good
question.
topic. Yeah, that
That's a
is.
good question. So we may have to have a part two, Alexis.
Just to address that.
And look, don't be trying to
So
come on
what's
my show.
tell her what state is it?
For real.
Yeah,
What state is it?
yeah, which states? And it's not all porn. Actually, it hasn't been banned for all websites. Just so you know, they still. I mean, because I'm still watching porn on certain on my favorite site. Actually, they have not
What?
What's
taken
your
my porn.
favorite site?
Huh?
What's your favorite site? Pornhub.
No, Pornhub is the one that I think they had the issues with. No,
Yeah.
I watch XNXX.
Oh Lord, that's fine.
Oh, y'all need to check out ixxx.com. That is the motherboard for all
What?
porn
Okay, so they
sites.
must have came in after XNXX. That's why they're called that.
Well, I've been watching
Yeah,
Slut Load for about 10 years. They
it's a
got
damn
everything on that.
shame, boy.
It's free. Slut Load. Pull it up right there.
She
Spell it
said
right now.
slut load.
Wonder, you gonna have your praise dance leader calling you
Oh, I
tonight, talking about
can't stand.
girl. I did not know.
I can't say praise dance leader. I can't stand. Bye, cuz.
I did not know you was doing all that, sister.
It don't matter.
Hey, cheers, ladies.
Hey,
I
so
really appreciate you.
Nobody gets to
thank you
judge me.
very much. And you guys make sure that you tune in to us next Wednesday and every Wednesday from 8 to 9 p.m. Central Time. Next week, we will be talking about BDSM. We had a guest that was supposed to come on tonight that actually took ill. So we will be picking up back next week on next Wednesday from 8 to 9 p.m. Central to talk about BDSM and other kinks. Thank you guys for joining us and have a good night. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Uh,
Thanks for listening to this episode of Unofficial Sex Therapist. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so that you never miss an episode.